All right, guys, so we're on to our next project. This next project is going to be another one of my favorites. It's going to be a little bit more detailed than we usually go, but very fun. It's going to be from an old video game. Watch me as we go. If you've been with me for a few years, you've done similar projects, but a lot less detailed now that you're getting into the older and upper grades. You're going to be getting a little bit more detailed as you go. All right, so I'm putting my paper vertically just because I'm going to draw a ground. Now, the reason why I'm doing it this way is I've learned from another artist on YouTube. It's going to be a little bit easier to draw from top to bottom than it is from left to right, or from right to left, or from top to or from bottom to top. It's just the easiest way to get a nice, good straight line. So start from the very top of your paper, about an inch off the side. You're just going to draw as straight of a line as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect. Mine is not perfect, but it is a line across the bottom. So with that being said, we're going to start getting into some detail to just lay out our basic shapes to give ourselves a landscape that we're going to be working with. And it's going to start looking pretty familiar as we go. Okay, so one, we're going to come over here on the side. We're going to do this little lump like Patrick's house from SpongeBob. Once you're done with that, you can do like an upside down J, and it's going to be from the top of that shaped Patrick's house kind of shape. From the top of this last J that we just did, we're going to do another backwards J, but it's going to be this way. It's going to go all the way down like that. So you're going to have one in the middle, the shortest one to the right, a little bit taller, one to the right, a little bit bigger. Kind of looks like a nose, small eye, big eye, little goofy face, something like that. All right, next thing we're gonna do, I am going to draw a W right here in the air. I'll show you why. From the middle of this W, I'm going to draw a straight line down. So it kind of looks almost like an umbrella, or like, you know, kind of like a stick figure. He's kind of shrugging his shoulders like, okay. And then you're gonna draw a straight line from this W. Make this a little bit longer because it's not as tall as I would like it to be. This one's a little too tall. So what I want is for this line to go straight across, okay? That starts our detail, but we're not gonna finish that detail till later. We don't need to right now. What we're gonna do is draw another W, make this left side a little bit higher than this right side, just for the same reason as this. Once you're done with that, another straight line across, and in the middle of that W, another straight line down. Okay, we are going to start getting into the things that are gonna give this one away. I'm gonna do a rectangle in the air, and then you're going to go right, not on the corner, but a little bit to the right of that corner, a little bit to the left of this corner. Two parallel lines straight down to the floor. And what that's gonna do is give us a little bit more of a dimension to our Mario drawing, if you haven't guessed that one yet. You're gonna draw a C shape, almost like a U, but it's U's are a little bit more straight on the edges. Here, C is more curved, so I like to say a C shape. If you need to turn your paper sideways to get a C shape, do so. That'll always help. Move this out of the way so I don't. Okay, inside of that, you're gonna draw another shape like that. That one's more like a U. And inside that U, you're gonna draw the teeth of your plant from Mario. Then in that plant, you're gonna draw these little and bigger circles. Those are your dots for your plant. This little guy is gonna have a stem like this, little curved. You're gonna draw your leaves. Remember, I'm going a little faster because you can always pause this video, so don't get frustrated or upset if I am going too fast. Just pause the video, there's no problem with that. Draw a little block that block's gonna have yourself a question mark. Okay, I'm gonna draw a double block up here, and what I'm gonna do is draw a rectangle and then do a line in the middle, so I have two blocks. Okay, some of these have eyes like this. You can color them in now. If not, you can color them in once you start outlining your drawing. And then some of them have little music notes. Okay, so once you're done with that part, we're gonna get into the midground. Really, it's a lot of background, but there's a lot going on in the background, so I'm just gonna call this the midground for now. So this is more of a two-dimensional drawing. Okay, so you're gonna draw some curves. This one's gonna go all the way down here, and then you're gonna notice that it's gonna start bubbling and come up. So this doesn't have to look exactly like mine, but I would like for it to look somewhat close. We're not looking for a perfect job. We're just looking for your best. Have fun, enjoy yourself, and try hard. That's just gonna be some background as far as trees go, to separate the foreground from the objects in the back, kind of give it some dimension. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do like this big mountain thing. It's gonna come from kind of the side, the corner. If there was a corner, it would come from the corner of this. I'm gonna kind of do like an A shape, but curve at the top. And then come down this direction as well. And then here, we're gonna do some W's, different shapes, V's. So our zigzag line will be a little bit different than just a normal W's or V's as we do sometimes in class. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go right to the right side of this mountain. We're gonna go up a little bit. This one's gonna come back down. This one's gonna be a lot skinnier than this one. And this one we're gonna do some detail like this, like we've done in the past. Okay, that one's done. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna draw another one up here. This one's gonna be a little bit shorter than this mountain. And then we'll do another one like this. It's gonna be pretty tall, but it's gonna go off the page. This middle one, we're just gonna do basic lines, but diagonal lines. Give it a little bit of a different look than the ones that we've been working with so far. Now these should all be very familiar as far as if you were in my class last year. Very similar shapes, very similar designs. There's just more of them because we're older. We can start doing a little bit more with our drawings. Okay, another tall, skinny one, and then we're gonna do a little bit shorter, but also another skinny one right behind that, kind of like an upside down J. Same thing as just we did this diagonals. We're just gonna go in the opposite direction with this one. This is gonna start coming together pretty quick with how fast we're moving. Again, if we're going too fast, just pause it, take your time, enjoy yourself. Okay, we're gonna leave that one blank. That one's not gonna have anything to it. Okay, so now we have this row of objects here. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna do the bigger mountain. The bigger mountain's gonna be right dead center of these two. Okay, that's gonna be a pretty big one. All right, now instead of doing zigzags like this, we're gonna do something similar, just a little bit different. We're gonna do, instead of uppercase W's, we're gonna do lowercase w's. And instead of just putting one peak, I just thought it would be a little cool if we did multiple shelves of snow. Okay, since we have that done, now we can move to the next thing that we're gonna do is add some detail, and this detail is gonna be like another one of these little pipes, but it's gonna be really far back here. I'm not gonna do a plant, we're just gonna leave it like that. So it still sticks with the theme of Mario. I'm gonna do a couple little mountains on top of this mountain. So they're far away and a lot smaller. Will still give us that cool look that we're looking for. So we're just gonna do some stripes with this one. Leave the other two how it is. Do a couple more details and we're done with the drawing part of this, and then we can get into the drawing during class. We're gonna draw another little box. This box is gonna have a music note, but it's gonna be a single music note. Miss Coleman will know the name of this. Not so much myself. There's another box. This one's going to have question mark as well. This one's going to be a little bit more detailed as far as the box goes. So the box is going to have this U shape at the corner. Okay, in that U shape on the top, you're going to draw this little curve. On top of that curve, you're gonna get to a bigger curve like that. And once you do that, then you're just gonna go in the corner, and in the corner, draw those two little circles. And draw one at the top and one in the middle. Okay, and draw your little eyes, and that's your little one-up life mushroom. Okay, so now we just got to finish some of the little quick details that will give us a little bit more of a fun drawing. Okay, this one we're just going to do some circles. This one maybe we do some zigzags or something. That'll be pretty cool here. This doesn't have to be perfect. Mine's not perfect. It's just another dimension of what you can do just to be a little bit more creative with your landscape and how you want to draw, color your detail. Okay, so that one's done. And I think I'm gonna leave everything else the way it is. We'll just finish the grass here, and then we got some grass to fill in down here as well. So just come up here and just finish your W's. Again, these are W's that you're gonna wanna take your time on. If you don't take your time, if you're going faster than me or you're going as fast as me, it might get a little sloppy. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time and I can kind of control my speed even when I go a little fast. But if you start taking your time, it's gonna look a lot better. If you're going faster, it's going to get a little sloppy, almost like this. I kind of went a little faster on that, but take your time and enjoy yourself. Last thing we're gonna do is just this last grass, and once we finish this grass, we will be done with this drawing, and we'll outline with a black marker just to give that defined lines. And once you color, your objects don't get lost in your coloring. That black line will define everything and really help you determine which shapes are which and what objects look like what, and everything will start formulating itself as you color and finish your art project. All right, that should be just about it. If you want, we can do a little cloud. I'm gonna do one really quick. This is not mandatory, you don't have to do this, but if you just do some quick shapes like that, U's, W's, M's, C's, J's, whatever it takes to get it to look a little fun. So there's your cloud, and that'll be the end of your drawing. Enjoy.